Hi, my name is Simone Sander, and I'd like to share a proposal system with you that I developed using everyday software tools that come with Microsoft Office. This system was developed so that more time could be spent on the actual proposal preparation and less time on proposal tools like the matrix, action item lists, and countless email requests that are hard to track and follow up on. The system uses bid lists, calendars, tasks, writing libraries, database, customized processes, and forms. I'm going to use federal construction as a service for this presentation, but it can be customized for any product or service. This is going to be a quick overview and not a detailed system. The bid list should give you a quick overview of the bids in order of the deadline, and is basically a quick reference guide. Details can include bid bond requirements, amendments, teaming partners, delivery methods. Only basic elements need to be on the bid list, and someone should be assigned to keep it up to date in real time and distribute this to everyone with each update. You can print the bid list for quick reference. Here's one I found recently in some old papers. You'll see that this person was using it to write action items. I can show you a better process because when the new bid list comes out, this will go into the trash. Create a simple calendar in Outlook. You can include your site visit, RFI deadlines, QA review, and the date that you must complete the proposal. Do not load up the calendar with so many items that it becomes ineffective. Other tools can monitor other deadlines. You can categorize this so it meets your needs and merge it with your personal calendar. Here you see a vacation, so you can move your deadlines to an earlier date if you are not going to be in the office, or if your boss will not be in the office for a review. These are deadlines for your team and not for the government. The biggest error people make when bid managing is to use government deadlines as milestones. Never put the government bid deadline on a calendar because it isn't a true deadline for your team. Next, while using the same categories on this calendar, go to the task and create a task for each item in the RFP. Include graphics you may want to include or phone calls you need to make to teaming partners. Do not date them or assign them initially. Your pieces can include covers, bid bonds, technical writing, org charts, and resumes. You can categorize all of these pieces by proposal name or by volume type, whatever system works for you. You can attach files for quick reference, and you can paste the proposal details in the body of the task. Refer back to your calendar to see what your deadlines now look like in comparison to the realistic workload that you now see that you have. After all your ongoing proposals have been tasked, then go back and assign due dates based on your workload and your calendar. You can also set reminders as well. Your time frame might also be a factor in whether you assign pieces to various team members, depending on their workload and their availability. The task will remain in your list, but control will then be given to the assignee. You can organize your task in various ways with different views. The task will change every day. You may have a management approach as a task that might get changed to a final paragraph or assigned to someone else. Or you might have a final piece of research to conduct. This system not only tracks all of your action items, it gives you a very realistic view of your workload and keeps you from developing a false perspective on the time you really need to finish the proposal. You can forward late tasks to your superior if there are issues. On a network, tasks can be merged all together and used as a management tool. Categories can be set to track various details, and dates can be used to track the speed at which tasks are completed and ensure that your team is not behind and won't miss the deadline. Off the network, the task can be printed out each day to monitor workload. A few pointers: always set the deadlines a few days before the task is needed so that the action can be taken to resolve a late task. And never send people emails. Always send them tasks so you can track them properly. One client asked me if these could be called asks instead of tasks. The federal government will reject your bid if one piece is missing. This means endless hours of estimating down the drain because one employee didn't do their part. The tasks are not negotiable, and if someone can't consistently meet deadlines, they're probably not right for a proposal development team. The same goes for your teaming partners. The task list will help the bid manager to determine if a reasonable amount of work is being handed off to a person. If they feel overloaded, you can easily print it and review their entire workload with them down to every detail and deadline. The next piece is the writing library. The library maintains projects, resumes, management approaches, tools, certifications, safety and quality control, narratives. The library is organized by topic, and when a proposal is completed, any new writing is singled out and saved as a new piece in the appropriate folder for that topic. This makes it easy to locate for the next proposal. Tips for the library include only have one master file of a project narrative. You can set page breaks for various versions, but only keep one master file so that you can easily go and update them with new information like change orders or completion dates. Have one librarian in upper management make decisions on what's updated, removed, or changed. Master library pieces must be updated in real time with modifications, new contract amounts, projects, new employees, and responses to questions that you may not have answered previously. All the updates in the library must go into a database, and the data should always match. The database is necessary because the library will get so full of writing and information that it would be hard to develop a strategy properly after a certain point and sort through all of the information. Many people like to use Excel sheets to track data, but an Excel sheet is not a database. A good database can print reports with multiple groups and multiple sorts. A database can grow as the business grows. A database can also link to multiple Excel sheets to import and export data if this is the format you wish to end up with. If possible, the database should be linked to the operations database to keep consistency. This is a very simple access database used to keep track of projects, project types, magnitudes, dates, clients, key team members, and qualifications. I can't pull any reports because this is confidential information, but once you create reports to your liking, one click can quickly tell you which projects and resumes you're going to need to pull from your library. It's hazardous to rely on your staff's memory to choose projects and key people. Eventually, projects that are not widely used will fall off. The library is merely a writing depository. A database is something that will qualify the information for you. The next thing you're going to need is processes. Your proposal team should be assigned roles with processes for each task. The processes will vary depending on the number of employees. For example, to do 50 to 100 bids a month, a former bid department that I managed had 10 technical team members and 10 estimators. This team included a proposal manager, a strategist, schedulers, writers, coordinators, and a production team. Each member had specific roles and specific ways in which to conduct each task. These should be outlined in a document so that everything is clear to each team member. Smaller groups will have to manage more tasks and will turn out less proposals. Here's an example of a process. One person will monitor FBO for all of the ongoing bids. When amendments are issued, they will save the files down to the shared drive and send an email to all the team members that are listed as participants for that opportunity and include the details in the body of the email and a link to the file. This person will now update the bid list with the number of amendments and the new due date and distribute the updated list per the process. This process just saved time because all team members didn't have to download and open the amendment and could keep working if it didn't pertain to them or didn't need to be addressed immediately. Use consistent forms with your processes. Some of the forms you're going to need are the strategy, go, no go, meeting agendas, and QA. Minimize the paperwork so your team can focus on the actual proposal. It's best when your forms are populated by a database so you don't have to repeat the project names and the numbers. Limit the number of meetings you need by using the organized calendar, task, and bid list system. Meetings can eat up valuable time that could be used for proposal development. Questions can be sent as tasks. If you're trying to put together 50 bids a month with 10 technical team members like our company did, then a 30-minute meeting adds up. If your director attends just one 30-minute meeting for each proposal, that's 25 hours of time for just meetings, approximately 6 hours a week. If you add the quality control review time for each proposal at 1 hour a week, you can add another 12 hours. Together alone for kickoff meetings and reviews, you now have almost 20 hours a week, now half of your 40-hour week dedicated to meetings. When developing processes, develop tools that maximize and standardize the process and limit the need for meetings. In summary, to streamline your proposals with this system, use the bid list to create the proposal calendar. Create tasks and deadlines per the calendar. Create a strategy from your database information. Select the appropriate library pieces per the strategy. Customize your proposal. QA it and ship it out. Save all the new writing in the library by topic and begin the process again. If you'd like further details on this system, please contact me by phone or email.